10 minutes at the top of the hour here and taking you to the Middle East now. Days after receiving the first hostages released as part of its ceasefire deal with Hamas in the Gaza Strip, there are reports that Israel has launched a new military operation in the West Bank this morning. IDF troops reportedly using tanks and air support in Jenin, which is close to the Israeli border. The Palestinian Health Ministry, run by Hamas, says 6 people were killed in Operation Iron Wall, as it's being called. And this morning, aid trucks are flowing into Gaza as part of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. However, President Donald Trump expressed doubt that it will hold while signing executive orders on Monday night. As part of the ceasefire, 3 hostages have been released by Hamas, with another 4 expected to be freed this weekend. 33 hostages in total are set to be let go in this first phase of the deal. And now loved ones of those still being held are urging President Trump to make sure the hostage deal is carried out to completion. NewsNation's Brooke Schaefer is with me now this morning. Brooke, what comes next under the new administration?
Markie, those negotiations will have to continue in what's being described as a very delicate ceasefire with, as you mentioned, a lot of pressure on President Trump to release all of the Israeli hostages in Gaza. This was a top priority for Trump on the campaign trail and soon after. At one point, Trump threatening hell to pay in the Middle East if all the hostages weren't released by inauguration. On stage at Trump's indoor parade yesterday were some families of Israelis still believed to be in captivity and at least one of the released hostages. The president was seen telling one of the families, "We're going to get him back," followed by chants from the crowd of "Bring them home." Trump saying this to the audience yesterday.
We won, but now the work begins. We have to bring them home. And to the former hostages with us today, welcome. And welcome home. Some of the folks are former hostages, not a good situation. The 3 young ladies that came home yesterday, you saw that, more coming home every day now. They're coming home.
The president in the Oval Office last night also spoke about Gaza, calling it a massive demolition site that he says has to be rebuilt in a different way. Now, negotiating the second and third phases of this deal will be a critical step. If agreed to, phase 2 would include the release of hostages and a permanent pause in fighting, plus an Israeli troop withdrawal. In phase 3, the deceased hostages would be returned and the reconstruction of Gaza would begin. But as we've mentioned, Markie, this is a very delicate process. We know that mediators are in the Middle East right now on standby for obstacles as the first phase of this ceasefire is now underway. President Trump in the Oval last night acknowledged that he is not confident the ceasefire will hold through all 3 phases, telling reporters, quote, "It's not our war." Markie?
It could be another monumental weekend on the horizon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.